Good morning. It's Merritt with Apteros Trading. It is November 8th, but before we get to November 8th, analyzing the S&P, let's take a look at the last S&P DMI that we did, which was November 3rd. What is that, Thursday? I don't know. We'll take a look. FOMC, I guess it was Wednesday then, right? We had a range to look out for chop here, and we had a little interior level inside of that range. So we were holding below it most of the session. If you did want to trade, I think, perhaps scalping short a little bit, being very cautious, quick to take profits would be, ideal. But then once the number came out, I usually don't trade around FOMC. I don't like the way it kind of rips up, rips down, and whatnot. But boy, was this nice. We broke the range, pulled back to the levels. You had an opportunity here, or you had an opportunity here to get involved on a big move. Really, really nice. So let's pause the video and go talk about today. All right, so we are cautiously back on the bull train here. Expectations for a lot more higher advancement is very limited. Very low expectations along those lines. Now, we're traders, right? We're not portfolio managers. We're not market analysts. We need to continue to go with the here and now. It doesn't matter if we think something's gone too far, too fast. We can keep those thoughts in the back of our minds. We can be ready to flip and react and be a part of, let's call it, the better narrative. But in the meantime, we have to lean on the tools that we use, right? Go back and read everything from, reminiscences all the way through Market Wizards, most recent one, right? So one of the oldest trading books to one of the newest trading books. You're going to find that same piece of advice. It's the people who come in and say, well, it's a bull market, or the guys who come in and say, that's not a part of my system, that's not a part of my tool set, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to lean on what my information is. So that's what we're doing here today. Ultimately, a lot more room to the downside in the S&P. Yeah, everybody knows that. But here and now, we're bullish. So I think a good line in the sand for short-term bullishness, it's a great line in the sand, is, let's call it 46.82. It goes up to, 86 here, and, we may not, depending on how late in the day it is, it may even be a little bit higher than what I've got drawn here, right? So it's 82 or a little higher, call it the 80s. That's the spot to look for continuation long. I think we know the playbook there, right? If you get a pullback, then do your thing. I can't teach in the morning video how to trade every potential setup. That's for other courses and things like that. So if you need help doing that, we have help for you. So that's the main scenario. I've got no upside target for you. If you want, go find where the prior all-time high is, somewhere up here, maybe 11 or 12, 47, 11, 47, 12, something like that. It's not a huge area. If we don't come back and test this, sure, we can get, like, for example, there was a trade right here. My students can use the intraday framework to just go with what is. As long as the order flow is supportive, go with what is. We don't have to get the narrative base level. Now let's talk about the great opportunity. The great opportunity would be if we broke and held below 82. That's nice opportunity. We've got space to run down, and we're at the first spot I think we would get to. We don't need this anymore. It's hard to believe, but hang on, I need to adjust this. Is here, right? 46.10. So that's quite a way. That's quite a ways away. Would love to see that opportunity. Eventually, this market will break. We'll get some kind of a pullback, but But again, don't anticipate that above here. Wait for it to show you that it's happening. Wait for that tape to really shift. And then we can get a move into here. We can get a move into 4,600. And I don't expect anything more than that because that's audacious in and of itself. But you guys have seen pretty consistently when I can throw out an audacious looking target, you might be surprised at how often that those are hit. So anyways, that's the landscape today. One line in the sand, bullish above, bearish below.